Intercourse with Nas.
Ding, 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 ding,
I mean, were y'all in the same session? Were y'all all sitting writing that together?
Yeah, that
how
one.
How do you sit this? Everybody had to be ripping their papers up. You talk, man. You talk.
Hey, yo, listen. You know what I mean? Back then, you know, me and Ghost super big fans of Nas. You know, because Nas came out a year before us, and me and Ghost had our eye on him because it was like, yo, we always about New York rap niggas anyway. It's like, if you got it, you got it. We seen something in this kid at a young time, and we kind of felt like we knew him. Me, why I really liked him is not only because he was clever, but me and him wore the same hats. You know, he wore the camouflage hat and he wore the fedora. The I call those hats years of experience hats. So I had those same two hats on to protect your neck, and he had those same two hats on when he did the song Halftime. So I'm listening to this nigga. I'm like, yo, this little nigga right here is something. Like, you know, so me and Ghost already had him on our radar, and somehow later on down the line, we connected one day at a show, and it was like, you know how it is. You see a nigga that you respect and you love and you excited to meet him. It was like we all was excited. He was excited to see us. We was excited to see him because we was on the same card. Man, got cool. Yo, exchange numbers. Yo, nigga, I'm coming to your hood, nigga. Come to the bridge. Come fuck with you. Yo, come through. Or whatever, and vice versa. So he came to my hood. I came to his hood, and one thing led to another. We became close and shit, you know, and it was really the Mobb Deep at the same time too. We all was in the same, we was all on the same planet at that time, and all of us was coming up. And I always liked Queens niggas rhymes. I don't know, for some reason it was just like Brooklyn niggas was doing their thing, but I was so tired of the whole Brooklyn that it was like, it felt refreshing to hear some niggas from Queens get busy. So Queens niggas became niggas that I kept on my radar. But Nas specifically was a dude that we felt was ahead of his time. He was a one-man army. Me and Ghost would talk about him like, yo, you heard that One Love shit? Because you know that One Love shit was leaking. Certain records was leaking that we never got a chance to hear his whole body of work. So when we heard that One Love shit, it was like, yeah, this nigga's one of us. You know what I mean? Same kind of nigga. But anyway, like I said, me and Nas became inseparable on friendship level. Come chill, come at the crib. You know what I mean? And next thing you know, I told him, say, yo, nigga, you know, me and Ghost is going to handle this album with the clan, but I don't really want no features, but the only feature I want is you, nigga. So he was like, for real? I was like, nigga, I want you on this joint. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know exactly what joint it was going to be yet, but at the end of the day, I knew that we was going to carve something out special for him to make his appearance. And, you know, RZA, he already knew that we was fucking with Nas on that level. So he was like, yo, tell him to come to the crib or whatever. Yo, make it pop. So I invited him to come out to Staten Island one time, and he pulled up. This was back in the GS Lexus era. He pulled up in a fly gold joint. You know what I mean? At that time, I think I was rocking the SC 400 or something. I had the coupe. This is when the whole bubble shit was starting to happen with the cars and all that. So he came to my projects first. Had him in a Chinese restaurant with us. Niggas is ordering wings and French fries and fried rice, and niggas is scrambling. And I had to show him that we come from the same shit you come from, because when I was in his neighborhood, he taking me in certain sections that I knew it was real on his side. So he's seeing the movement, he's seeing what's going on, got him out of there real quick. Cause you know, when the nigga comes see you from out of town, you feel responsible. Like, let me not let nothing happen around this nigga because this my nigga. So after that, we shot the RZA's crib, which was on the other side of the island. He sat back. I played him the album. He damn near fainted. You know what I mean? Then he heard the beat, and we was like, yo, nigga, this the joint. This what we want you on. So at that time, Ghost didn't make it there. I think Ghost came when he started to come in the booth and vibe out for a little bit. And Ghost just walked in the room and shit, dapped him up. Yo, what up, nigga? Yo, yeah. And next thing you know, Nas was just in there just fucking around, throwing verses around. So he didn't really actually carve his verse out for this particular record because this was the first time he heard it. Back then, niggas wasn't doing all that, yo, send me the beat and all this shit. Niggas like, nah, nigga, I'm gonna come and see what you got from there, and then we gonna go from there. 100%. So at the end of the day, he loved the beat. He went in there and started shooting some blanks. You know what I mean? We was looking at him, we was like, but then when he came with that through the lights, cameras in action, it was like me and Ghost looked at each other like, that's it. Looked at Nas, that's it. So he stopped. And then he looked at it and said, yo, y'all like that shit? We was like, we love that shit. That's it. And then he went in there, he took his time and blew it down. And we was like, yo, after that, I went in there and wrote my rhyme. You know, I'm a quick writer. So I just love the fact that he went in there and displayed his gangster on it real quick. And I just came and followed up. And then Ghost came and followed up after me. And it was a record after that. Behind a nigga that know what he doing, and we got a nigga like Jizza who was rhyming his ass off back then in our corner. So I knew it was at no point we could lose because we had a lot of guidance with us and we had lyrical niggas down with us. See, Jizza, I felt like if Jizza told me I was weak, then I was weak. But if he told me I had it, him and Dirty, I ain't gonna say Jizza without Dirty because that'd be fucked up. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say both of them. They pretty much knew what we all had when it came to the ability to spit out those bars. So when they told us, it was like I already knew that the world is getting ready to witness some shit that they probably never even seen before or never even gonna ever get again. So this was the beginning of something that was gonna be interesting.
Right. Now it's hard to be in a group with two members. It's hard to be in Run DMC. It's hard to be in EPMD. How did you handle being in a group with so many members? What kept it together? And then unfortunately, what broke it apart?
I mean, you got to remember with the Wu, it was like a jigsaw puzzle. You know what I mean? Like we didn't know what we was putting together when we was putting it together. But we all just kind of ran with the faith of knowing that RZA know what he doing and RZA understands the business. So that's like if I tell you, yo, Scoop, I know what I'm doing. Just get behind me and just follow what I'm about to do. And you ain't got nothing to lose, Scoop. So you like, yo, all right, nigga, I'm only following you because I know that you know what you're doing. And you're gonna drive the bus. So we're gonna sit back and observe. So that's all we did was sit back and allow RZA to use with him, the Jizza, and Old Dirty knew. And just say, yo, all right, yo, sit, I'm gonna play the back seat. I'm gonna chill out. Yo, if this shit goes somewhere, you know I'm riding. If it don't go nowhere, it was nice. Staten Island got 5 minutes of fame. I'm happy. We walk away, we still men's. But at the end of the day, like I said, everything was still up in the air. So it wasn't like nobody still was superly impressed. We started to get impressed when they started to play it more and more. So once you hear it on the radio one time, you hoping that you're going to hear it again the next day. So that's how it was going. And that was the battery that was taking over everything. But we still had to sit back and follow the game plan on what RZA was giving us.
What unfortunately tore it all apart? Was it too many personalities? What was it?
I mean, when you say tore it apart, it's like it wasn't never really tore apart. It was ripped. You know, I would call it ripped and tore apart. I mean, being ripped is just being involved with a bunch of guys that got personalities that you just got to adjust with. You know, sometimes we have rainy nights, niggas is arguing or whatever the case may be. Everybody may have their opinions. Egos is flying because it's 100,000 of us at one time. That's what it feels like. So yeah, you're gonna get that good and bad, but at the same time, we realize that this is saving our lives because a lot of us was destined for either jail or death. So you don't let things go too far when it comes to knowing that something positive hit your life. You know, like I said, I was just happy to just be able to say, yo, nigga got a job now. I ain't got to keep running from the police, and I got an excuse now to be like, yo, I ain't out here doing the same shit I used to do. So we never let a lot of shit get too crazy. It got crazy, but at the end of the day, we know how to deal with emotions. You know, we don't let the emotions get the best of us. So sometimes when niggas is venting, they just venting to vent. Let them vent. Let him get his shit off or whatever. The next day, wipe your face, come back in the room. We might tap on the little situation again. Yo, you know that shit wasn't right or whatever. Let it be. What we doing? You know what I mean? It's about being a man and not being a kid. You know, but you know, sometimes you let your emotions supersede your goals. And that's what we wasn't going to do. We knew that the people respected us. We knew that people loved us. We knew that people was interested in us. So we kind of like let that be it's like falling on this side of the Richter scale. Either you're going to go with the good and outweigh the good with the bad. And that's what we did. We just pretty much said, you know what, regardless of what, motherfuckers love us. So we stuck together now. It's like the mafia. You can't get out of this shit.
The MC in the group that kept your pen sharp. Who made you better in the Wu?
Damn. I can't say one dude, but I would say the Jizza, because the Jizza was more lyrically inclined. Like, he was saying clever shit back then before he even started fucking with the Wu. So I was a big fan of him anyway, from listening to, you know, some of the records that he had out there on some mixtape shit. He had an album out, Words from the Genius. Like, I was listening to him back then, and he was always super clever, and I knew he was RZA's cousin. So I knew at the end of the day, he was going to be the one to sit there and tell RZA if niggas really had it. So I would say him. Everybody had to step up the bar according to what Jizza might have felt. Dirty was more of a rap junkie. He knew if you had it too. So Dirty and Jizza and RZA, they had routines going on. So I would say that them three, I would have to say all them three is one to me. So it was them three that really made me feel like, yo, I got a little something that I could share with the world. And we all fed off each other.
I'm trying to remember, and I'm not going to take it negative, but it's in my head. Did Wu ever have any beefs with anybody? Because I remember, people, New York City, I happened to be on the radio with Hot 97. And I remember we had a discussion. We were like, did Wu have any beef with anybody? I think Death Row didn't even want to have a beef with the Wu. I didn't see nobody. I'm just trying to think about it anyway. Did anybody ever have a beef with the Wu?
Not that I know of.
No.
I mean, we didn't have beef with nobody, but at the end of the day, we wanted beef, but we wasn't really looking for beef. You know, I think that, like you said, it all goes back to some Staten Island niggas just wanting to be heard. But nah, nobody never really wanted to bother us because we had so many family members and homies. And, you know, you got to remember, I had my own set of niggas I was running with. Ghost had his own set of niggas. Just between us two, we might have 50 niggas. So then you got the other members that got they little whatever they got with them. So, nah, nobody wasn't really wanting no problems with us. But we was hunting, but we wasn't on no troublemaking shit. We was just preparing ourselves for war.
I'm gonna tell you something. Jones Beach, I forget the year. DJ Rob Swift, my man from the X-Men, was with Akinel.
Okay.
I was out there and I had on shorts. It was about a fucking 100 degrees.
Right. You said Jones Beach, right? You said Jones Beach, right?
Yeah, Jones Beach. I saw a yellow school bus come. And out of that school bus came the Wu-Tang Clan. And in that school bus, it must have been 200 niggas in that school bus. And I said, nobody wants a problem with them. No,
I mean,
when I saw 200 of y'all come out, I said, nobody.
Let me ask you a question. If you seen 300 niggas get off the bus, would you want a problem?
I'm not looking for no problems unless I have 400 dudes with me.
There you go. So that's what it is right there. I think you're stupid if you want a problem with 300 motherfuckers. So at that time, we might have just really been so big when it came to the masses of niggas that we had that nobody wanted to bring no issues over there to us, because you got a bunch of niggas that's from out the street that don't got nothing to live for, nothing to lose. All we want to do is be heard on the mic, and that's what it was. So I doubt if anybody wanted any problems at that time, and that pretty much kept everybody in their place when it came to seeing us, because they seen the masses pull up. When you see the masses pull up, I don't give a fuck if you can have 50 niggas with you, but you see 400 niggas pull up, it's a difference. It's like, yo, nigga, let them niggas walk through. We don't want no issues. That's just being smart. You
The
get
only
crushed.
the only mobilization I seen like that is I seen Mobb Deep come real deep to shit at certain times. The final question I ask you about the Wu is, one of my best friends in the world, and I used to have a rap group, and he started out, he was my DJ. His name is Sean C. He was he was a creative consultant on the Wu-Tang series for Hulu. How close was that series to what really took place?
Scale of 1 to 10?
1 to 10.
I say about a 6. It was inspired by a couple of events, but you know, it's a movie. It's rated PG, so you keep it PG. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is, though. But it might have had some inspirations from certain things, though. But you know, it's show business, so y'all know what it is.
When you saw it, what were your thoughts?
When I seen it, it was like I wanted it to be a little bit more Goodfellas style, but you know, like I said, at that time, we wasn't in control of it. It was RZA's situation, RZA's whole vision, RZA's world, you know, and that's just what it was. It was like, yo, let him paint his picture, because that's only one side. That's only one side. That's his side. That's what he want to give the world. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm going to give it a 5. I ain't going to give it a 6. I'm going to give it a 5.
Okay.